Hey guys, it's your girl Ashley.J. Welcome to my channel. On today's video, we're gonna talk about basically pregnancy with fibroids. I am currently 6 months pregnant with my second child. I found out that I'm having a baby girl. With this pregnancy, it has been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of struggles. First of all, before we get into this video, I would like for you guys to go ahead, click that share button, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. I pretty started late as far as in vlogging, because with this pregnancy it has been real crazy. In the beginning, I just knew something was wrong when I found out I was pregnant, because the whole cramping and everything. You know, us girls, we usually get the cramping and what forth, and I just felt like with the cramping it was just weird. So from from the first month all the way up to the fourth month, it's just been real crazy. So I started going and do my prenatal and everything, and my doctor told me that I had fibroids. Fibroids do run in my family, but I haven't gotten any fibroids as of yet until now. So he told me that I had two fibroids, and I said okay. I said, well, will it affect my pregnancy? And he told me no. So I said okay. Going to my doctor's appointment, everything was fine, until the fourth month, which was, I was 18 weeks. One day I was home with my son, and I started cleaning. Now this is my thing, I don't know if because of me started to clean and trigger it, or because the fibroids just started to grow because the baby was growing. I do not know nothing about fibroids when it comes to pregnancy. This is actually my first time finding out that your fibroids can actually affect your pregnancy while you're pregnant. So I had no idea. Like I said, with my first pregnancy with my son, I didn't really have any complications. I was younger. I was 16 at the time when I had my son. I'm now 28 with my second child. With him, I didn't really have no issues. So now let's get into this whole fibroid situation. So like I said, I was 18 weeks pregnant, and I was home, and I started to clean. I had been down, and I was fine. And then I started to feel like a weird pain. It wasn't a pain, but it was something weird that I couldn't even describe it, on the right side, on my lower right side abdomen. So I was like, oh, like, what was that? Like, I didn't understand what it was, but I'm like, okay, whatever, it'll probably just go away. Baby, as soon as I got into the bed, it started happening again. So now the pain that weird feeling started to become painful. And I tried to sleep it off, but every 5 to 10 minutes it was like waking me up. So after around 12 o'clock or whatever, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I told my mother, I said, something is wrong and I need to go to the hospital. It felt like I was having contractions, and I really didn't understand, because 4 months contractions, where, like, what's going on? Like, all type of things started going through my head. I got scared. I said, oh my God, is the baby okay? What's going on? I didn't understand. I was just frantic. And us females that is pregnant, and the moment when we feel something, that something is wrong, we tend to start panicking. So the human side of me panic, but I am a firm believer of God. I do go to church, hallelujah, amen. I am a firm believer of God, and even though I was scared and everything, I said, you know what, we're just gonna go. It's better to be safe and secure than to not know what's going on, and then something else worse happened. So that night, we went to the hospital, and it felt like every minute that passed by, the pain became unbearable. unbearable. It felt like somebody reached inside of me, grabbed a hold on the right side of my uterus, and was just squeezing it, trying to pull it out of me. And like I said, it felt like contraction. So I was getting the pain every 5 to 10 minutes. And no, yes, was it every 5 to 10 minutes? It seemed like every 5 to 10 minutes, but I believe it was like every 2 to 5 minutes. The pain would come, it would stay, and then it would release. So I was getting breaks at a time. So went through triage, went through all of that, and they basically took me upstairs in labor and delivery room. Because I don't know how you guys, with your whole hospital procedure. I live in Brooklyn, so the hospital that I went to, I had to basically go through the emergency room first and then go upstairs to the labor and delivery room. So when I went upstairs into the labor and delivery room, they stuck me with, first of all, they gave me Tylenol. They told me they couldn't give me anything else because I'm pregnant. I have a very, very, very low tolerance for pain. So I was like, y'all gotta give me something. Like, y'all gotta give me something like now, ASAP. They was like, Miss Joseph, we can't give you nothing. You just gotta take Tylenol and all of this stuff or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So when I got upstairs, they gave me an IV, and I was there for a couple of hours. The pain subsided. But basically they was telling me, at this point, it's a fibroid. The fibroids is going to grow. As long as the baby's growing, the fibroids is going to grow, and it's going to affect you, basically. Everything was fine with my baby. It was just basically, it was affecting me. Basically, they said that my uterus was contracting. So, that night, went home, and I stayed in pain for about a week and a half. I know y'all probably gonna be like, okay, no, girl, you exaggerating. No, girl, like, a week and a half. I stayed in pain for about a week and a half. I actually had to call out of work for a week and a half. I dealt with this pain for a week and a half. The only thing that was getting out of the bed was getting up, shower, eat, and back in my bed. But even in the midst of that, I was getting pain. But a girl gotta make sure she clean. Hello. So yeah, for about a week and a half, and then I believe the following Wednesday, I said I can't do it. I said I'm not doing it. I cannot do it. They did have medication, but the medication that they said the medication is for basically females that is pregnant for up to 20 weeks. I was 18 weeks at the time. So they told me that they couldn't give it to me. So within that week and a half that I was in the pain, I gradually went on to the following week, which was I was 19 weeks going into 20 weeks. So with that, I came back to the hospital and I said, no, we doing something. Y'all got to give me something because I'm not staying with this pain. It was so bad to the point where I was standing in positions where when you go into labor, for those of you that is pregnant, and those of you that did have babies in labors, you'll do the rocking back and forth, you'll probably do the squat, you'll probably lean over. I was doing everything. I was getting up on my toes, I was banging on the wall. It was really, really bad. So we ended up going back to the hospital, and we did the same procedure, the triage and everything and stuff like that. Went back upstairs to the labor and delivery room, ended up seeing the same doctor that was on tour that night, the first night that I came in. And I told him, I said, I'm not going home until you guys give me something. Like, you guys have to give me something. I don't want no Tylenol. Give me something. So basically they ended up keeping me that night. They wanted to monitor me, and as the results, they came back. They said, Miss Joseph, your baby's fine. There's nothing wrong with your baby. It's just the fibroids. The fibroids is basically contracting your uterus, so it's going to continue to do that. Like we said, you just have to bear with it. So can you imagine being pregnant, dealing with fibroids, and dealing with this pain up to 9 months, and then still going to labor? What you telling me, doc? What you really telling me? So I said, you know what? Okay, so they kept me overnight, and the next morning the shift changed and everything. But he made sure he told the next doctor and all the nurses, the other nurses that came in, that she needs to go in for a sonogram to make sure, just to be extra safe. So I stayed there the night, and then the next morning, I believe it was like 8, 9 o'clock. It was on 9/11. 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, they came. They got me still in pain. I was moaning, groaning. Female was coming in and out, who was going into labor, who had different problems, who was it was a mess. And me with my little old tiny stomach, 4 months, and I'm just like, damn, I'm not even here to even give birth. So it was just like real scary. Went into the sonogram, and this is the part where I was just like, okay, like it's about to get real. Went into the sonogram, and the ladies, she was basically, doing whatever she was doing in my stomach. And she was like, oh, okay, so you have fibroids. I said, yeah, I have fibroids. The doctor, my prenatal doctor said, that I have two. And she was like, baby, you ain't got two. So I said, I don't have two. Excuse the noise if you hear anything. That is my son in the background outside in the living room talking to my sister and his cousin. So just excuse it. I said, not two. She said, no, you don't have two. You have several. I said, several? She said, several. You have several fibroids, and it's all around your baby. Now, this is the part where I was just like, I really don't understand. Like, it's a human thing. I was down, and I said, you know what, like, it's too much. So I decided that I was going to do a gender reveal, because I didn't have a gender reveal, a gender reveal with my son. So I said, I'm going to do a gender reveal with this one. But I felt like at that moment, I needed something to basically encourage me and get me going. Like, if this is what that I was going to deal with for the rest of the 5 months that I had, I needed something at that moment to say, okay, Ashley, you gotta do this and you gotta get through it. So I turned around to the lady that was doing the sonogram, and I asked, I said, can you tell me what I'm having? So she was like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. And she said, you're having a girl. And at that very moment, the tears just started rolling down my eyes. So, when I was pregnant with my son, I wanted to have a girl. Girls run in my family heavy, very, very heavy. We only had, at the time before my son was there, we had one boy, yeah, on my cousin's side. So, all the rest of my grandchildren, it was girls. So that's what we knew. That's what we know. We knew it was girls. Like, I knew how to dress girls. I knew, So I was like, I want a girl, I want a girl, I want a girl. We had the girl name and everything, and came to find out we was having a boy. So with that being said, I love my son to death. Would it change it for the world? But I wanted a girl. I wanted my girl. So when she told me that, I was like very happy. I cried at the same time. My grandmother called. I'm very, very close with my grandmother. My grandmother called, and I told her, I said, I'm having a girl and stuff like that. She cried and everything. So at that moment, it was just a moment where, I just needed something just basically, to cheer me up. So with that being said, found out that I have several fibroids, and they took me back to the room, and the doctor was like, okay, Miss Joseph, we're gonna give you this medication. I do not remember the name of the medication. I wasn't trying to pronounce it. All I knew was that when I look it up, it would slow down. It would not make the fibroids go away, but it would slow down the pain. So they had gave me about 6 pills. Yeah, they gave me 6 pills. And basically they told me take that, and they told me, you know, it's gonna help you, but it's not gonna go away. So it's not a guarantee that the pain is gonna go away, but it's gonna subside the pain for the time being. I said, okay, no problem. I was happy that I was leaving at the hospital with the pills. I was happy because I know once I took these pills, I wasn't going to feel anything. I was wrong. So after that, I took the bottle said excuse me, that to take the pill every, I don't remember, I think it was like every hour or something like that. I had to take the pill with a full meal and a full glass of water. I took those 6 pills every hour. However they told me, however on the bottle what it told me to take, I took it. And what happened was, the side effects that you get is you get numbness. You will still feel the pain, but you can actually tell that the pain was subsiding. So the pain will come, but then it will go. So I dealt with that for the next couple of days. And then eventually the pain, it did go away. Because I was able to go back to work. And it felt basically day by day, the pain will go away. So I started to feel better. I actually looked up what would trigger fibroids, and it said like cheese, ice cream, butter, you know, kind of dairy products. So I was like basically trying to stay away from that, trying to, you know, eat more better, and drink a lot of water. Then what happened was, within the next couple of weeks, last month basically, the pain came back. But when the pain came back, the pain didn't come back on the right side. The pain came back on the left side, okay? Came back on the left side, and towards the middle of my abdominal. The first thing I did was take an ice pack. Took an ice pack. The ice pack helped me throughout the night. I laid it on my in my lower area, and basically I had a pillow in between my legs, and the pain came, but it felt like when the pain was coming, it will go away because the ice was basically, you know, helping and everything. It helped me for the night, but the next morning, it was the same thing. It was really, really bad. I had my sister rub my legs, rub my back, rub my foot. It was the same exact thing. So basically, I just had to go through the pain. This time, I went through the pain for 3 days. I had it Friday, Saturday, and Monday. So it was like, I was like, I can't do this. Sometimes, you know, within that, you get it's very, very annoying, because it's like you have to basically use your energy to breathe, use your energy to go through the pain. And it's like, oh my God, like I have to, you know, go through this again when I'm in labor. To me personally, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I think I could get through labor, because this pain is kind of like the same thing, and I'm just like, what like, what you got for me? labor, what we doing? What you got for me? Because it's just like, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to, you know, deal with. So that pain, it went away. I do get pains here and there, but you know, it's like every day is something different. And then on top of that, the more she moves is the more pain I get. So like she's moving right now, so I gotta be moving like this, like she's very, very active. Sometimes I do get cramping pain at the top. I'm gonna show you guys my belly in a little while, but I do get pain at the top. Sometimes I'll be perfectly fine in the morning, and like when it comes like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when I start getting like, you know, little cramping pains and stuff like that on my way home and everything. And yes, I am still going to work, and after work I am picking up my son, and after I pick him up, we are going straight home, and we are doing the damn thing. We are doing homework and all of that stuff while I'm in pain. Don't get me wrong, I do have a great family support. My family do help me. Sometimes when I'm down, they would pick up the slack and they would help me, but the majority of the time, you know, basically I'm kind of like doing everything. The whole time I was in pain for that 2 weeks, I was getting up faithfully. I don't care, even if I was not going, even if I wasn't at work and I stayed home the whole day, I know at that time when it was time for my son to get off that bus stop, I had to get in my car and go get my son, because that's what mothers do. We don't stop even when we're in pain. We got to do what we got to do. So yeah, I just have my days and I have my moments with the fibroids. I'm happy that I'm in my third trimester. I thank God that I'm in my third trimester, because, you know, in the beginning, you know, if this was something that really affected me when I was like 1 month, you know, I don't know, maybe baby girl wouldn't made it. I don't know. So I do thank God, even though I am in pain, so, you know, every other day or every day or whatever, I do thank God that, you know, she is healthy. You know, I went through all my tests that I'm supposed to be going through my pregnancy, and everything is fine with her. So I am happy that, you know, it is winding down. And you know, she's getting ready, you know, we're preparing for her to come. And you know, like I told my family, you know, I cannot wait for her to come out, because as soon as she come out, I'm like, whoo, all right, what we doing? We going out to eat, like what we doing? Because it's just like a burden has just been lifted off of me. She's here, and you know, even though I'm still gonna have the fibroids, you know, my next step is basically, you know, to try to see what kind of procedure that needs to be done for me to get it out, because you know, I do want to have a next child. So that's not even, you know, no question, no doubt, anything. I just don't want to go through that whole fibroid thing again, because that thing is a killer. But yeah, so basically, for those of you mothers that is out there, you know, and you know, you're a first time mom, or if you're not a first time mom and you know, this is your second child, but this is your second child with fibroids, you know, do your research, do your homework, you know, just, you know, keep telling yourself that in the long run, your baby girl, your baby boy, your twins, your sextuplets, or how many kids you produce, that, you know, it will be over, and you know, your baby will be here. You just have to, you know, go through it. So yeah, I'm getting ready to get off from here. But please like this video, subscribe, let's make a family together. I am a new vlogger. You know, I'm gonna be doing videos. I plan on vlogging, you know, for the rest of my pregnancy, even when she comes out, vlogging my son. I'm gonna vlog life, beauty, beauty tips, hair, whatever it is that, you know, I like to do. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna show it to you guys, for us to, you know, just to have like a great bond and build this family. So yeah, love you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, so let me show you guys my belly. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it? Okay, excuse the shirt. So this is my belly. You guys can see. 6 months. Some people say I carry small. This is the belly. And she is healthy. Like I said, she's growing. She's getting out there. Come on out. Come on out.